Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to this episode of Combat Report, in which we'll be looking at this Italian-Hungarian Bf 110 that was the G-4, which was added quite a bit of time ago. I think in September or something of last year. Now this plane needs a lot of positioning and dedication, good decision making and stuff like that, because it is not very forgiving in the flight style. It's not very maneuverable, so you gotta have to climb. And we're gonna go through what I do here. So I'm climbing like a maniac as good as I can and trying to get position. Of course, there are planes that can get to a higher altitude than this one. So in general, you want to take this plane on a side climbing route so that you can actually get that position that you want in this plane. It has awesome firepower, as you may know. Depending on what you choose to take with you, you can take several pods, or you can take just the standard loadout. But you can increase the firepower if you want to. Of course, that will make your possibilities for positioning less good. As we see this stuff coming in right here, but we're on equal footing, at least there is that. An XP50. Gotta love those things, by the way. I haven't flown it in a long time, but I see it's still doing very well. Anyway, we have position to at least attack this P-38 with the strength that this plane has mainly, and that is firepower. Of course, the P-38s also have centralized firepower, so but anyway, there's nothing else to do here. So we're gonna go for head-ons, roll out here early. This one is just gonna be all in. And we take out the wing and we come out unscathed. That will not always happen, let's be fair. But in this case it turned out alright, and we are looking at what we can do here. So I've got the XP50 right up there. I decided not to go turning for him or stuff like that, and just extend for a little bit and see what it would do. I have 3 allies here, two of my own squad, and they are busy with him. So I decided that I could just dive down in this case. He's busy, he's got 4 people on him, he will probably die, and I am then free to see what I can do on the lower altitudes here, where there is a much more even battle going on. So I decided to dive. Now usually in another plane that could match the XP50 on that altitude, there's not many planes that match the XP50 on the climb rate, by the way, but that's another point. I decided to dive down in this point because I'm in this heavy plane with a lot of firepower, and I couldn't compete with him up there. So I've got an A-36 here that I see coming out of the clouds. He's not moving, he seems to be AFK. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't, but let's have a shot at him. Missing my initial shot. He didn't seem to be doing anything, so I think maybe his mom knocked on the door and he was AFK. We got an easy shot off there as we try to position for these other opponents here. There is 2 Corsairs and 1 A-36. We are by now having the upper hand here. All my teammates are still alive, so we have a full squad of 4 here. And we're just gonna go in for the shot as this guy is shooting at my ally here. I let as you saw, I started the shots not knowing where my lead was exactly, as these deflection shots are quite difficult. I'll just slowly let it drop, and I got a hit on him. With a little bit more luck, that could have been something, basically. And again, he gets destroyed by our ally, and I'm extending towards the next one, also in Corsair. Corsairs are very fast on the deck, so it's very important that we're gonna get some shots off here and hopefully get him out of the sky. If he's fully functional, he should be able to extend eventually, and I'm not catching the right lead here. Now as you see, he is already extending now, and I'm glad that I critted him. Because otherwise it would have been difficult to catch up to him. But yeah, Corsairs, man, they are so fast on the deck. This thing is not fast on the deck, by the way, compared to those kind of fighters, and you will face them regularly. It is definitely not a slow kind of attacking plane, big plane with 2 engines, but they're definitely not one of the fastest. Especially in up tiers, it's going to be problematic there. Here we just try to shoot a little bit at the medium tank there, as I didn't have much else to do. But there's not a lot of soft targets here on this map for the team starting on our side. So I'm just trying to see if there's any. I think there's a few AA positions left in this on this map when you fly it. So I was looking for that right there. There is only one opponent left in this match, and somebody spotted it. So I turned around and set myself up for that. It is a bomber, and we are going to go and close the distance there. We basically wiped the field, and that is good. I'm on 4 kills here, I think it was, and let's see if we can go and get this mariner here. Awesome boat. Good boat life is good. It's an awesome plane. Got a review up on that thing as well somewhere. But anyway, man, the firepower on this thing is just so enjoyable with the head-ons. You need a little bit more lead. I mean, above the plane in a head-on. That's where you lead, right, in a head-on. And we are shooting right in front of him, letting the shots drop, and we easily get him with this firepower. Plenty of guns shooting here. But as I said, those head-ons, man, you gotta start early with them. You gotta roll out quickly as well. I do have an older tutorial on that, but it's still very relevant. Because especially in the jet game, you do nothing more than head-ons. Together with missiles. That's another matter. In this match, though, we showed you that positioning is very important. You gotta start from altitude, then work your way down. Take risks if you have to take them, because if you end up in a turn fight with somebody, you're gonna be in trouble in the Bf 110. It is not a plane that you want to be maneuvering in too much against pretty much anything. Even the less maneuverable fighters on this world will outmaneuver this thing. So if you are in a pickly situation like I was with those 2 XP38s, you gotta go for it. See those shots drop there? I was aiming above it, and it just drops right neatly into place. That's what you gotta do with those guns, especially the 30s. They drop off a lot. But once you get them on target, it is an awesome result. They just fall apart, right? That's what you want. We again started high here and went for the precision. This is how you're gonna get very steady results in the Bf 110. You always want to, don't go ground pounding in it. You can, of course, go do it, but then your enemy fighters will come up from above and they will have the drop on you, and that is not somewhere where you want to be in this plane, as we are wasting a lot of ammo here. Difficult shot here, but we got it. If you get planes from above coming at you in a Bf 110, you basically can kiss your ass goodbye. It is a very difficult situation to come back from in this plane, and you want to have the higher precision. That's why you want to make this plane hopefully as light as you can, or with one gun pot of your choice, but you gotta climb, you gotta side climb, you gotta get into the right position to make boom and zoom runs, and to have the superior precision. If you don't do that, you're dead beforehand. And, well, you're gonna cry. Because in a dogfight on the lower altitudes, this plane is that's not one of its strengths, let's say that. So, go ground pounding in it at your own hazard. And I'm sure I'll get a few ground pounders that say, well, I got great results yet. But you won't survive. You have a lesser chance to survive, most likely. And but I did hear it's nice in ground derby, because there is not a lot of planes up high. Usually people try to take out ground targets as well, so, and the guns can wreak havoc there as well. But in air RB, that's not going to be very functional. Now again, we have the position on this P-47. But he is the better plane, of course. He can extend if he wants to, but he actually turns in. And that was my benefit. I should have taken him here, but he rolls out quicker than me. And at these speeds, this plane becomes a little bit compressed. And it's going to be difficult to maneuver with planes. You've got to get your shots in just right. And we didn't here. And as you see, this even a P-47, which is not very much known for its turn fighting capabilities at 3000 meters, is turning circles around me. And we are without a chance here in this dogfight against him. And that just gives you an example of what you don't want to do. You don't want to miss those deflection shots. If you do, even against a P-47, you're done with. So you got to be careful there and make sure that you don't get into those situations. If you're careful with this, position it right, make good decisions, you will have a lot of fun in the Bf-110s. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.